Welcome back to my channel. My name is Dr. Smith, aka Island Doc, and thank you for stopping by. This video itself is self-explanatory. We're going to be going over the Sony ZV-E10. I actually had the Sony ZV-1 first, and I ended up opting to switch to the Nikon Z30 because I wanted interchangeable lenses. But even though I love the Nikon Z30 and there's some great qualities about the Nikon Z30 I love, there was a lot of qualities from the Sony that I actually really missed. So I ended up opting to get the Sony ZV-E10, and I absolutely love this camera. So before we go into a deeper dive into the actual camera itself, I do want to say I'm not a super techie person, so do not expect a lot of tech talk. It's not going to happen. I'm just going to tell you based on just how things look and ease of use, accessibility, pictures, videos, that is it. No tech talk. Probably the simplest review of the Sony ZV-E10 that you will ever see. So first I want to show you how it looks with the actual lens and without. All right, so this is how it looks with the Sony ZV-E10. As you can see, a little bit more crisper, a little bit softer. Another good quality of that actually Sony ZV-E10 is that they do have a little bit of a beauty effect filter, which it definitely helps, especially when you're in those days where you feel a little crusty, especially in the mornings. Some mornings I've been feeling very crusty, and at least I know I can still get my content in and I won't look completely bust. So right now I have the beauty filter on a medium. I typically leave it there. High is just a little bit too high. I can show you how it looks with like high when I made a mistake and did the video with it. And then low is good too. So honestly, I usually toggle between mid and low. So overall, very good. So this is how it looks with the mid filter. Now let me show you how it looks with the high. Okay, I don't know if you can tell the difference, but this is how it looks with the high filter. Nothing too crazy. Some days, in certain types of lighting, it can look kind of wonky. So definitely play around with it. But this is how it looks with the high. Now let me show you how it looks with the low. Alright, now this is what it looks like with the low filter. And like I said, I don't know if you can tell the difference. I can't tell if you can. This is how it looks from the low filter. So this is basically raw how the kit lens looks. This is, I think it's like 16 to 50 millimeters. And it works pretty well. I do want to get a wide angle lens. I've been doing my little research online trying to figure out which is the best one to go with, but I do plan on getting an additional lens. But the kit lens works well. It's been going well for me for the last 6 months, so I think I might keep it for a year and then for Christmas update it and get me a little extra lens. But overall, the Sony ZV-E10, fantastic camera. I love this camera, love, 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 love. If you were like me who was trying to figure out what camera to get, should I get the Nikon? Everybody's talking about the Nikon, or they're talking about the Sony, and they're talking about a Canon. To me, I love, love, love this Sony. If you are on the fence about getting the Sony ZV-1 versus the Sony ZV-E10, I would say personally, get the Sony ZV-E10. When I had the Sony ZV-1, I love that camera, but sometimes taking pictures by myself was a bit blurry and it was hard to get focus. Maybe it's just user error, but I found that it was harder to do with my Sony ZV-1 compared to my Sony ZV-E10. So these are some pictures I took with my Sony ZV-E10. These are also some clips I did with my Sony ZV-E10. As you can see, very good video, very clear, good. I think I used just the camera audio in those ones. So very good footage in general. I typically use my Sony ZV-E10 for a lot of my sponsored content that I have to get done. And speaking of sponsored content, this video is sponsored by PRN Vision Group. They sent me a nice big box of goodies that I will be going through shortly. But this is a great company, especially if you want to stay on top of your ocular hygiene and making sure you keep those lids nice and clean, no bugs, especially if you do a lot of like lashes and that type of stuff. You definitely want to be more proactive about your eye health. But thank you, PRN Vision Group. So now in terms of like accessories I got to go with my Sony ZV-E10, I did have the creator kit for my Sony ZV-1, so I just ended up keeping this and using this for my Sony ZV-E10, and it works perfectly. Very good grip, fantastic. It also has a photo here photo button, movie button. You can lock it. Make sure you lock it, because if you don't lock it, this thing dies really quickly. I made a mistake and left the lock not on, and it stayed on the entire time in my bag, and by the time I was ready to use it, it was dead. So definitely make sure you lock that. Lock, lock, lock. Another thing I got for my Sony ZV-E10 is the Rode mic, which works really well, especially when I'm outdoors, when I'm doing my traveling and my vlogs. Very good. It has this nice little ear muff, basically, that prevents like wind sounds, that type of thing, that kind of helps out with that. So that's another great accessory I have with that. I did end up getting one of these USB-Cs for the SD cards. Honestly, you don't necessarily need it, because the Sony ZV-E10 has an app where you can basically send the photos from your camera straight to your phone. But keep in mind, videos take a very long time to come over. So if you have patience, go for it. But if you don't have patience, like me, because remember, the P in my name stands for patience, and there's no P in my name. So it's not there. The P is not there, and my patience is not there. So definitely get you one of these. I linked it in my Amazon storefront as well. Grab you one of those to go with your actual camera. And then also too, I got these mics. So this is how it sounds with the mic right now. Works pretty perfectly. All these accessories I listed, they are in my Amazon storefront. Just click the link on my channel and you'll see them all listed in the same spot. Even also to the mic as well. Now in terms of like the pricing, yes, it's a bit pricey, but do I feel like it was worth it? Absolutely, definitely worth it. Yes, you get good camera footage from your actual phone. Right now, this is my iPhone 15 Pro, and it has good cameraing, and as well, it has good, it has pretty good quality video. But I just wanted to up my game a little bit more, and I can honestly say with the photos and the videos, the Sony ZV-E10 kills it. I love it, love, 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 love. Even the pictures I took with my Nikon Z30, even though the pictures were crisp, it just wasn't the type of quality I was looking for. So I ended up opting to get my Sony ZV-E10, and for the last 6 months, it's been a dream. I do have zero regrets. I honestly think I'm gonna get some more lenses for it, just to kind of update it as well. Right now, I only have the kit lens, and the kit lens works like a dream. So this is how it looks like from a vlogging standpoint. See, you can see how this would, like a wide angle camera would be a little bit more beneficial, so you get a little bit more of the background, but it's still pretty good once I extend my arm. This is if I bring it a little bit closer. So very good. It has a really good grip, that little accessory I showed you guys. All right, so this is how it looks with the little handle. As you can see, very good grip. And I absolutely love the fact that this can flip out, so I can see me. So I don't need no help. I can know how I make sure I'm in frame when I'm recording myself. I can just, get the best possible content, and the quality, top tier. So what I'm shooting on right now, like I said earlier, is my iPhone 15 Pro, which is also good quality. So if you don't necessarily have the 800 to spend on a Sony ZV-E10, then don't do it. Just save up, take your time, because as you can tell, this quality is good as well. But like I said, I absolutely love this camera. The flip is my absolute favorite. The one thing I would say about Sony cameras is the settings can be a little bit intimidating, because there's a lot of options. And that was one of the reasons why I switched from my Sony ZV-1 to the Nikon Z30, because the Nikon settings were super simple. But like I said, I missed a lot of stuff from the actual Sony. And now that I've actually experienced my Sony ZV-1 for a little while, and I went back to this Sony, the settings aren't as complicated as I thought they were. They're actually pretty simple once you take the time to actually go through them. But like I said, overall with this Sony ZV-E10, it is my baby. I use it for pretty much everything. So if you were on the fence and you weren't really sure, do I want to spend that money, or do I want to, to get something else? Should I wait? Honestly, you know your situation. If you have the money to spend, get it. But it is a great beginner camera, in my personal opinion. So if you can get it, grab it. If not, know your situation. Be financially responsible. We're adults here. Why not? But definitely, if you are on the fence about getting it, honestly, don't think you'll have any sort of regrets. Grab the camera. grab the camera and shoot. Just grab it and shoot. If you have any additional questions about this Sony ZV-E10, just shoot me a message, leave a comment. I'll be sure to answer every single question you have. What I will also say is that this camera has pretty good battery life. I don't really have to charge it too much. Like I've been working, for instance, let's use this video content as an example. I've been shooting for the last, 35 minutes, and I still have 76% battery life left, which is pretty good, honestly, I would say so. And it wasn't, I didn't start on full charge, I started on 90%. So battery life, great. But as for me, I love it. So, that's what I can do. I'm gonna show you guys how a picture looks while I'm on camera with you guys. That way you can see what snapshot I'm doing. Let's switch this to camera mode. This little button turns into camera mode. Okay, perfect. So let's get that shot. It's on, it has a timer right now, so. All right, so you saw how it looked. Now look at that picture. Ain't that cute? I swear it's not me, it's the camera. It's the camera, guys, it's the camera. Well, this is the end of the video. If you enjoyed the video, like, subscribe, share with a friend, and join our community. I love making these videos, so if you have any suggestions of what you want me to cover next, even if it pertains to this camera, let me know. Like I said, I wasn't gonna do a very techy video, so if you were looking for tech talk, it wasn't gonna happen. I just wanted to show you how it looked as a super non-techy person who just wanted good quality footage. So if you liked the video, like I said, like, subscribe, share, and just enjoy the rest of your day, and I hope this helped you make a decision. See you.